This is a demonstration of Wirecast. 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 This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Dot's first question is, am I going to sing?
That's associated with you, as you want me to sing, but I can't sing.
Anyhow, let's say thanks to Dot for a wonderful
Thank you.
Thanksgiving meal.
Thank you.
We love you and
Glad to be
appreciate you.
And I love y'all.
She loves you too.
Yes, I do.
Yes, thank you.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Well, we're so glad to welcome all of you today. Thank you for being here, and it's a great day to share some Thanksgiving time together of fellowship. Great to see all of you. Today we are especially glad to have some special guests with us today. Joyce Titus has Afton Pike Sr. with her. Peggy Peterson has Janice Miss
This is a
Sad
demonstration
Mick
of
Sad
Wirecast.
with her. We have some other new people that are with us. Susan Creel, Pam and Jay Jeffries, Judy Morris. Where are you? There she is. We're always glad to have all of you. Charles and Wendy Stewart, first timers with us. And Linda Vincent, I believe, the first time with us. Are there others who are here for the first time? Martha Johnson, of course.
This is a
Betty Lee,
demonstration
Becky
of
Martin,
Wirecast.
Peggy Peterson, Carol and Charles Seal. Great to have all of you. We also have a few birthdays this month. Judy Morris, November the 7th. Carol Kelly Shield, November the 8th. Phyllis Farmer, November 17th. Charles Stewart, November 18th. Are there any other birthdays this month that we
This is a
overlooked?
demonstration of Wirecast.
Okay. Bob Mock is the 23rd of November. Any others? Who? Oh, Afton, when's your birthday? November 22nd. Well, happy birthday to all of you. And what about anniversaries? Do we have any anniversaries for the month of November? Okay. Well,
This is a demonstration
today,
of
I get to do the
Wirecast.
devotion, and it's going to be simple. Part of it is that you are going to have homework. Aren't you excited? Yes. You have to fill in the blank on a lot of things, but I want you to do it after we leave today, and there's a reason. In this time of Thanksgiving, I think it's important for us to pause and remember the many blessings that we have. If you were here Sunday, you sang with us the hymn, Count Your Many Blessings.
This is a
And it
demonstration of
reminds us
Wirecast.
of things that we need to remember every day and be thankful for. So that's going to be my challenge for you. This song was written by a Methodist lay preacher named Johnson Oakman. In addition to his preaching, he wrote over 5,000 hymn texts. But this one was so good, and it has simple, profound truths for each one of us, and that is counting our blessings every day. And the different verses give you reasons.
This is a
for being
demonstration of
thankful.
Wirecast.
So, after I finish, I'm going to give you all these sheets. It has the words, so you can study them as well, too. Guess what? We're singing it again Sunday, so you'll be prepared. And you also can make a list of your own to remind you of things for which you should be thankful. And it's a good thing to share that with other people, maybe with your family, with your friends, and that will help them also to be thankful. So let us say a prayer.
This is a
Dear Heavenly
demonstration of
Father, today we
Wirecast.
just pause to count our many blessings and name them one by one because you have really blessed each one of us. Thank you for the joys that you've given us, and thank you for the times of hardship that you've given us. But you've been right there with us, holding our hand, walking each step of the way, and we're so grateful for that. We thank you for our church, and especially the seasoned saints of St. Matthew's, for the many blessings that each person here is to this church. And
This
you all
is
are
a
so
demonstration
well
of
loved. I know
Wirecast.
that. And Lord, we're thankful for each one of these people. So today, we just pause to say thanks and give you the honor and glory for all that is said and done. And thank you for the food. I pray that it nourished us so that we can serve you in all the things that we do and say. In your holy name I pray. Amen. Miss Kay, I'll let you do this part. Yes, maybe.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
We have sign-up sheets on your table. It's to update our database for Seasoned Saints. So if you would, please, just not leave them blank. Please fill them in for us, and just leave them on the table when you're done. And you don't have to give your birthday year. We just want to be able to say happy birthday in November, in December, and whatever. So, and if you have an idea for a great program, we'd love to add that to our Seasoned Saints next year. So thank you
This
for
is a
filling out that.
demonstration
And then
of
also over
Wirecast.
by Brack's table where you came in, there is a sheet to fill in for hosting next year and devotionals for each program next year. So we thank you for stopping by there before you leave. Also, the ladies we had some wonderful hostesses this month who did a bang-up job with our tables. So Barbara Mitchell and Myra Radden are leaving their decorations for Wednesday night. So we don't have to clear up
This
everything
is a
today, except for
demonstration
the
of
salt and pepper
Wirecast.
shakers. And so if you'll just leave those in place when you are finished. Also, we have a wonderful program today. Cecile Warlaw is with us today from the Greenwood Cemetery in Jackson, and it's a very famous cemetery. If you've never heard of it, you're going to be thrilled to hear some of the things that she has to say today. So we welcome her to her first Season Saints meeting, and we hope maybe not the
This
last.
is a demonstration of
Thank you for coming.
Wirecast.
Thank you. I'm delighted to be here. I appreciate the invitation because I get to talk about something that I get more excited about than most anything, if you can imagine. It's an old cemetery, and it's in the heart of downtown Jackson, 1 block north of the Capitol building. Greenwood Cemetery is the oldest thing in Jackson that's still being used as it was from the very beginning. This is our bicentennial year for the
This
cemetery.
is a demonstration
And to
of
start with a little
Wirecast.
history program for you. Mississippi became a state in 1821, and the legislature, in their wisdom, meeting in Natchez, looked at the map and said, oh, we need our capital city to be in the middle of the state. The state wasn't as big as it is now. We didn't have the northern tier. So they sent some men out to find the center of the state, and actually it was a little closer to here on the Natchez Trace, but that was really the middle of nowhere. And so they got down to the LaFour's
This
Bluff
is a
trading post
demonstration
on the
of
Pearl River,
Wirecast.
and looked around and decided, because there was a trading post, and the river was navigable, the rest of it was forest, and there were plenty of trees to build houses. And once you got up the hill from the swamp, the air was good, and there was water. They dug a well, there was water. So they said, okay, we're going to put a city here. So that's how Jackson came to be where it is, literally in the middle of nowhere. And the people who are buried in Greenwood Cemetery are those pioneers.
This is
who
a
came
demonstration
to the
of
middle nowhere
Wirecast.
and built a city. And we should be very thankful for what they did for us. Just remember, this was a time when the only way you could communicate people was with a face-to-face conversation or write a letter and hope that they knew how to read and that the letter was going to get to them. And there was no bureaucracy. There was no phone calls. You know, it was, they made a decision, and then somebody in that group had to go out and do it. So to say that it was a rocky
This
start
is a
is
demonstration
sort
of Wirecast.
an easy way to put it. The first thing they did was hire an architect to draw out a city plan, and the original city was 2 square miles, bordered by West Street, South Street, High Street, and behind the old Capitol, where it drops off the hill, it was the swamp. So that was in 1821. There wasn't a cemetery on that map. And by the next year, when the legislature
This
met
is a
over Christmas in
demonstration of
1822,
Wirecast.
they realized that they needed a cemetery in this new town because people who came were dying, and we think they were already burying them in this spot, which was right outside the city limits. And so the city cemetery was designated as of January 1st, 1823. So this is our bicentennial year, and we're trying to celebrate it in a big way. The cemetery is still owned by the city. I'm with the Greenwood Cemetery Association,
This
which
is a
501c3.
demonstration of
I'm
Wirecast.
a volunteer. We're all volunteers. But we have a memorandum of understanding with the city of Jackson, which basically says that the city will mow and dig graves, and we do everything else. And in 22 acres of nearly 200-year-old monuments, there's always something else to do. Originally, the city council would wait until something bad happened, and then they would appoint a committee of men to take care of it, do the cemetery committee for the moment.
This is a
And in
demonstration
the
of Wirecast.
1980s, the ladies of the city decided that that wasn't working, and so they organized an auxiliary. So there has been an ongoing cemetery auxiliary since the late 1880s, and my great-grandmother was the first president, so it's sort of in my blood. You know, I can't help it. We are now a 501c3 and have been since 1965. We have a board of directors and no paid staff, and we depend on
This is a
donations
demonstration
and
of
from
Wirecast.
the Community Foundation and recently from the legislature. Our mission is to preserve, protect, beautify, and interpret. So we preserve monuments by having them repaired, by doing other infrastructure repair. The money that we got from the legislature 2 years ago, we have done major work on the roadways. There's one paved road in the middle of the cemetery. about
This
quarter
is
of
a
mile.
demonstration of
And basically,
Wirecast.
2 years and a month after they started it, they finally put the seal coat on. So if you think roads take a long time to repair out here, just keep that in mind. We're very proud of it. The side roads are all gravel, and we've re-graveled them twice in that period of time. We've done a lot of tree work. There are old trees there, and old trees can be dangerous when their limbs fall and they fall onto monuments or onto people. So we did.
This is a
extensive-
demonstration of
hired
Wirecast.
an arborist who came in and evaluated every tree in the cemetery, did a complete survey, and told us which ones needed to come out immediately, which ones needed serious pruning, and what was basically the life expectancy of the other trees. And we've taken that and started planting more trees now because it's a beautiful green space in downtown Jackson, and we want it to remain that way. We hired an
This
architectural
is a
firm
demonstration of
Mesa.
Wirecast.
from Belinda Stewart Architects, who hired interns and came in and did a complete monument survey of every monument in the cemetery, and there are over 5,000. And they photographed it, described it. They had a list of 14 different characteristics to say what kind of shape it was in. And so and then they hired an engineer to come in and do GPS on every structure in the cemetery. So
This
now,
is a
in the old part
demonstration
the
of
cemetery, which was
Wirecast.
never platted, when we're looking for a monument that we know is there, we can say better than just the west side of the old cemetery, which is about 10 acres you have to cover. So now we'll have a GPS and we can go and find that monument right off. To protect, we've put up fences, and we observe. The board of directors frequently are in the cemetery. We just ride through and look and see if there's anything that needs to be taken care of.
This is a
so that we can
demonstration
get to
of
the
Wirecast.
we have a really good relationship with the Capitol Police, and we're thrilled that their headquarters is going to be right across the street from us in the old Wright and Ferguson Funeral Home building. It's being renovated now, and so they will be right there for us. And the Jackson Police will come when we call, but sometimes they don't know where we are. And when you call and say there's a dead person in the cemetery, they go, "Oh, ha ha," and hang up. So that has happened
This
to one
is
of my
a demonstration
volunteers,
of Wirecast.
but we're working on that. So to beautify, I should have said to start with, I'm a master gardener, and I'm probably more gardener than I am historian. But we have approximately 300 roses in this 22-acre cemetery that are alive right now, and an amazing number of them are blooming right now, even after the drought. I was down there yesterday, and I couldn't believe how many blooms I saw.
This is a
So,
demonstration of
the roses were
Wirecast.
started about 20 years ago. Felder Rushing brought us roses back from the Rose Emporium in Texas when he went, and he said, "Don't pay me, just load me up with roses." And they did that 2 or 3 times. And actually, Felder spoke there last weekend, and he brought me back some more roses, other varieties we don't have. The Old Garden Rose Society is our official rose sponsor now, and they help us with the maintenance of the roses. And we do a rose pruning every February. If you want to
This
come out
is
and
a
help us clean up
demonstration
the
of
roses and
Wirecast.
take cuttings and root your own roses, which is a fun thing to do because these are all old owned root roses, and as Felder says, these are the roses that dead people can grow. We proved it. We also have camellias, crepe myrtles, magnolias, and a variety of perennials. There's something blooming every day of the year in that cemetery. So now we have bees. We have a beehive there too.
This is a demonstration of
So,
Wirecast.
preserve, protect, beautify, and interpret. And that's mostly where my job comes in, with the help of some really good board members. We research and share the information about this historic place. The cemetery records, the original records, were all burned during the Civil War. And then the records from then till about 1940 were stored in a warehouse where there was another fire. So there really
This
aren't
is a
any
demonstration
official
of Wirecast.
listing of who's buried there. So we have done a lot of research in the last 15 years from newspapers, from the census, from anybody's family Bible, any information we can get. And we know that there are over 5,000 people buried in the cemetery. And all of the names that we have found, we've posted on a website called Find a Grave, which if you don't know
This
about
is
it,
a demonstration
it's a
of
fascinating
Wirecast.
thing. If you're looking for anybody who's buried most anywhere in the world, you go to Find a Grave and put in their name and whatever other information you might be able to, hints of where they lived or when you think they lived or anything. And chances are they're going to find it for you. So we have a big site on Find a Grave. We have a website. We send out newsletters 3 times a year. I respond to the
This
inquiries
is a
that come through the
demonstration
website,
of
and
Wirecast.
it's fascinating because people will look on Find a Grave and find it, and then they'll want to know. They'll say, "Well, I want to come see it. Can I come? Where is it?" And sometimes, a month or so ago, I got just an email from somebody in Texas who said, "My great-great-grandfather lived in Jackson, and he died in 1840. Is he in your cemetery?" And I said, "Well, I don't know. I'll go see him." But I looked at Find a Grave, and yes, he was. And it was one of
This
the
is a
oldest
demonstration
monuments
of
to anybody
Wirecast.
that I knew anything about, because he died as a young man, and then the family went to Texas, and so we really didn't have a trail to follow him. It was so much fun trying to find out all the details of this man's life. And he came to Jackson right at the very beginning of the city. He was 21 years old. He married, he had children, he had several successful businesses, and then he died when he was 42, and his widow and children moved away. But just learning that story, and the
This
stories
is
are
a
what keep me
demonstration of
interested in
Wirecast.
this, because, like I said, these are the people that built our city. And they're stories that aren't in the history books. Last weekend, 2 weekends ago, we had a politicians tour that was done by Nick Walters, who's an adjunct history professor at Mississippi College and just really interested in politicians then and now. And so he did most of the research. I helped him a little bit. And he conducted a tour that was just absolutely fascinating.
This is a demonstration
And I
of
said,
Wirecast.
The English royalty have nothing on us, because the politicians in the early days they intermarried. The governor's children married other governor's children. And it was just amazing how he connected the dots on so many of the families who were buried there in Greenwood Cemetery. I mean, it was a small place, and you didn't travel to find a mate. You married somebody in town. And
This
so
is a
it was,
demonstration of
once you
Wirecast.
start looking, I found cousins that I never dreamed about that are there. So a couple of my favorite stories. There's the tallest monument. Let me see if I have a picture of it. In the cemetery is for Mr. Edmund Richardson. I probably don't. I never have the right picture when I'm looking for it. Edmund Richardson was a plantation owner, had plantations on both sides of the river. And when he died, He was controlling more cotton than
This
anybody
is
in
a
the world.
demonstration of
Egypt.
Wirecast.
He was very wealthy. And he had a mill in Wesson, Mississippi, where he made the world's finest cotton. And a byproduct of that was Wesson oil. How many of you have Wesson oil on your kitchen counter right now? So Edmund Richardson's legacy, though he was a great planter and had beautiful cotton, his lasting legacy is Wesson oil, the byproduct.
This
Mary
is a
D'Ambrosio
demonstration
was
of
a
Wirecast.
woman who came with her family from France. She was orphaned at age 15, and rather than being shipped back to France, she married her guardian, who was 17 years older. She had 3 children. 10 years later, he died. She was 25 now. She remarried, lived through the Civil War, had another child with her second husband, and he died. So she was 35 years old with 4 children to support, and she could sew.
This is a demonstration
And she
of
started
Wirecast.
sewing, and she hired 2 seamstresses to help her, and she became a couturier. She had the most gorgeous gowns. Anybody who was getting married, making a debut, or having a big event wanted Mary to make their gown. So she made a real name for herself. She brought people into town to buy her beautiful dresses. She's not in the history books either. So it's the stories of the people who are there that really keep me interested.
This
all
is
the
a
time.
demonstration of Wirecast.
We did the politicians tour. We're trying to work towards having a schedule of a regular tour schedule. I have a list in my head of 15 different topics for tours, including the view of the history of the city of Jackson through the eyes of the women who are buried in the cemetery. Like I said, we did the politicians tour. We did a Black History tour last February. Greenwood was the only cemetery.
This is a demonstration of
Everybody was buried
Wirecast.
there, regardless of race, religion, everything. Everybody was buried there. The records, of course, for the African Americans are even sketchier than the records for the whites, but we know of at least 600 who were buried there, and there are 100 monuments to African Americans who were very successful there. And so that was another fascinating tour, and I think we'll do that every February for Black History Month. But we'll try to add other tours during the year. We're going to have a
This
rose
is
tour
a
in April.
demonstration of Wirecast.
Top bloom. And we offer tours for small groups just on request. So if you're interested in a tour, if you know of a small group of people that would enjoy having a tour, contact me. The website comes to my computer. So, and I've got brochures up here for that can tell you. If you go there, we have 3 different brochures.
This is a
the general
demonstration of
information. There's a
Wirecast.
walking tour in there. We also have a Confederate tour and the African American tour. So these are located in the summer house, which is the only built structure. And I know I have a picture of the summer house. There it is. It's up here if you can get it. That's the only built structure in the cemetery, and we know it was there in 1880 because the Women's Auxiliary met there.
This
There was
is a demonstration
notice
of
in the newspaper
Wirecast.
that they were meeting at the summer house. Our most visited graves are Eudora Welty and General Barksdale. We do have a complete Confederate section that was created after the Civil War, and the bodies were moved there from wherever they landed at the end of the war. And there's the Sons of Confederate Veterans help in the upkeep of that area. So we depend on
This is a
volunteers.
demonstration of
As I said, the
Wirecast.
Old Garden Rose Society, the Master Gardeners help us a lot. We had regular work days before COVID, and we had really good participation from scout groups, and so we're hoping to ramp that back up now that things are getting, we think, back to normal. And as I said, that we have support from individuals and the Community Foundation and the legislature, because they have realized what an important piece of history this is.
This
There are
is a
8 governors
demonstration
buried
of
in the
Wirecast.
cemetery, including Governor Winter and his wife. The cemetery was declared full in 1909, but that just means that the city had sold off family plots. So we still have burials. We've had about 15 burials in the last 3 years. So it's an active, not very active, but active cemetery. And we have good support from the descendants of people who are buried there. There's still a good many of them around town, and we try
This
and
is a
find more.
demonstration of Wirecast.
So I invite you to come. You don't be scared. Drive in through, take High Street. When you get to the new Capitol, take a right on West Street, and the very next block, you go right into the entrance of the cemetery. And the one paved road, that quarter mile, goes up and goes around a circle and comes right back out. So that'll give you a bird's eye view, if that's all you can take. But get a group of
This
friends
is a
together and
demonstration
call
of
me and say you want a
Wirecast.
walking tour, and I'll be happy to meet you down there anytime. Tell me what you're interested in. It's the same family, yeah. Mr. Manship, who lived in the Manship house, was an artisan. He was a builder, a contractor, but he was particularly
This
known
is
for
a
his
demonstration
ability
of
to
Wirecast.
do faux painting on doors and woodworks and make them look like mahogany, or, you could take a piece of pine or something and paint it up. And the Manship House has great examples of his work. The other place that I volunteer is the Oaks House Museum on Jefferson Street, and we have some of those doors, but they were not done by Mr. Manship. But that was something that was very popular in the mid-1800s, was to dress
This
up your
is
house
a
by making
demonstration of
mahogany,
Wirecast.
fancy imported wood. And he also he also served as the mayor of Jackson on more than one occasion. He and Mr. Boyd, who owned the Oaks House, they traded back and forth being mayors and were aldermen when they weren't mayors. And those were two houses that were spared during the Civil War, and we think probably because they were the two city officials who had to sign the surrender. And also they were both
This
Masons.
is a demonstration of
Sherman,
Wirecast.
as I understand, was a Mason, and so that they were more protective of other Mason properties. But that's why those are two of the very oldest houses extant in Jackson. Are there other questions? The name was chosen when they opened Cedar Lawn. It was about 1890. Up to then, they just called it City Cemetery. And I bet the Ladies Auxiliary had something to do with that, because they
This
said,
is a
well, that
demonstration
kind
of
fancy name,
Wirecast.
so we don't want to just be City Cemetery. Greenwood is just a very, very popular name for cemeteries. There are hundreds of Greenwood cemeteries. There are 50 or so in the state of Mississippi. But also the Greenwood LaFleur, who was associated with the LaFleur's Bluff trading post, that may have been an influence too. But we like to think of it as a greenwood, a beautiful area.
This is a
And that's what it
demonstration
is.
of
It's a beautiful,
Wirecast.
restful place in downtown Jackson, and I invite you to come and see the glory. Anything else? Well, thank you so much for inviting me. I love to talk about it, if you couldn't tell. Yeah, I've run out of my business cards, but if you'll take a brochure, this has got the website on
This
it.
is a
Like I said,
demonstration of
you can
Wirecast.
come to my computer, and I also have donation envelopes if you wanted to send me some money, because that's another way to stay in touch. No, you do not. It is open from sunrise to sunset, and I tell people there's more crime in the Kroger parking lot than there is in the Greenwood Cemetery. There's one black man who is there most of the day. His name is Eric. He's very smart and he's very nice. He won't speak unless spoken to.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Eric has a cell phone. If you're in trouble, holler, and Eric knows to call somebody to come help you. So he's not on the payroll, but that's just where he's chosen to spend his days, and it's sort of comforting. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Celeste, for sharing this with us. It's a wonderful program, and on such
This
short
is a
notice, but,
demonstration of Wirecast.
just a short, normally we do have a presentation about money. I'm Brax Slimmer, and I'm otherwise known as the money changer. And we have hundreds of dollars, so it's a big deal there. We've got $685. Usually, our accounting system is not very complicated. We usually put one collection in the bank every month and write 2 checks. So
This is a
anytime we want to
demonstration of Wirecast.
we've got a record of it. Do want to remind you of for the new visitors, to just let you know how our program works is on the money. The first-time visitors, the Seasoned Saints are not, we're not a membership organization. There are no dues. You just show up. We don't give perfect attendance records or anything, but we do call people before.
This
week
is a
before
demonstration of
we
Wirecast.
meet on the second Tuesday of each month, and we're pretty dedicated about that. But when you get a call, do try, if you pretty sure you can come, do sign up. And then if it turns out you can't come, most of the time it's for a good reason. You're meeting your air conditioner man, or you have a doctor. That's not a penalty. You don't have to pay for any of that. Nobody abuses the system.
This
And
is a
then
demonstration
also,
of
if it turns
Wirecast.
out, if you don't think you come, don't sign up. But then if it turns out things swing around and you can come, don't hesitate to come, because we'll accommodate you. Dot does all the meal planning, and she's a very special person in every regard, but she's particularly good on the meals. She buys things, so that just gives us a really good forecast of how much food to buy, and she does take care of all that. So we do.
This is
very
a
much
demonstration
appreciate
of
it.
Wirecast.
And I do keep up with these little name tags. When you leave, if you will leave me your name tag on the table where you picked them up, or in the little box over there, if I take them home, I'm more likely to bring them back than everyone else. But if you do lose one, there's no penalty. We'll make you another one. And if your name tag is
This is a
not
demonstration
spelled
of
right, please
Wirecast.
correct me, because I do make mistakes. I want you to have your name spelled correctly. What else to do? Is anybody? Oh, well, our next meeting will be December the 12th, which will also be a Tuesday. You'll get phone calls, and Tim and his brother are going to have Christmas music, and it's going to be a wonderful program. So if you can want to circle that date already to try to be here.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
2 things. I know Kay wanted us to fill out the form, and if you would either leave them on your table or give them to one of us, we'd be glad to take those from you. I failed to mention we have an opportunity for an outing to the Jackson Art Museum to see the Picasso exhibit. There are 2 different exhibits going on at the same time, and this $13 covers.
This is a
both
demonstration
the
of
exhibits.
Wirecast.
I don't have final details because I've had trouble getting all the information from them that I need. But if you're interested in the least, fill that out and I'll collect them from the tables.
I forgot to say, we are going to make a humble contribution to the Greenwood Cemetery Association. And so if you have she's got brochures to that, so I'm sure they can use the contributions of your time or money.
This is a
One more thing, an
demonstration
update
of
on the
Wirecast.
stuffing boxes. We have 663. So we're just short of the 700. If you haven't contributed and would like to, bring them by tomorrow. That would be great. Any other announcements or questions or comments you need? Well, thank you so much for being here. Be blessed. Don't forget to count your blessings and your homework.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast. 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 This is a demonstration of Wirecast.